So Martha, so
Yes.
what's your charity and like we really want to understand like what happened or why you started it.
Are you sure? You really want to know?
I
Yes.
do want to
Okay,
know.
let's go. Let's do
Let's
this.
do it.
Okay. So mine is Passionate Wings,
Yep.
and I started it in my garage in 2018. And what's funny is when I first started real estate, I started at Century 21, and they kept talking about what is your why, what is your purpose in life.
Right.
And I kept thinking like, I don't have one. Like, what is it? I don't have one. And so, but my whole life, I've always taken care of women and children, my whole entire life. And so one time I was driving to work and I was like, holy fuck, this is my purpose. I was supposed to start a nonprofit to help these
It just
women.
came to you.
It just came to me. So I started, people think I'm a survivor. I'm not. Um, I started it, well, how this all started, my grandma, blonde hair, blue eyes, at the age of 13, met the devil, had 13 kids by the devil. My mom was one of the only girls that came out with green eyes. And so when her and her sisters and my grandma are getting raped by her own father and brothers, and them not getting help. So the my whole life people will be like, God, your mom's mean, your mom's mean. I said, you know what? Everyone has a story. My mother only has a seventh grade education. But being little girls getting raped by your own dad.
Yeah.
So that's my why and my purpose. I know God had put me here with a big mouth to start something like this to help women like my mother, because in a domestic violence situation, ladies aren't thinking about, oh, let me grab my purse, let me grab my makeup. What they're thinking about is grabbing their babies and running out that door.
Yeah.
For safety. And so when I opened my building up in my garage, 5 months later, it just got so big, it grew so big. I got a building downtown. I actually have Casey's Ladybug in my memorial room. And
You
yes,
still have that office?
yes.
Oh, you do? Oh, cool.
Yep. And just a couple weeks ago, I went and put red flowers all around her picture. So she's hanging up in our memorial room. But so 5 months later, I got my building. It's like a 2,000 square foot building. It's just full of women's clothing, makeup, purses, shoes, and I do have a memorial room. It's for women that have lost their lives to domestic violence. Family members have hung up their pictures in that room. And so when I first go into that room, I have my grandma on the wall. I have my two aunts. First thing I do, as soon as I walk into my building, every time I walk into that room and I look around, I say hi to the ladies and stuff like that. And I'll just shit one of these days when my grandma says, hi, Marty, like, how are you? But that room is very, very special to me. But yeah, and my little daughter, now she's 12, but last year she wrote a big old essay saying, I want to be like my mommy. She takes care of mommies. I want to take care of babies. So she opened up Baby Passionate Wings.
Nice.
I have a little room in there that has all baby stuff. So I just think our kids are our future, and to have my kids following after me, we're helping out so many people.
Yeah.
And I think we go in each other's path for a reason. I know that I can help Casey and he can help me because I have the stuff. Are you guys a 501? Yeah, I am too. And right now we are working on getting grants, because if we can get a grant, and you guys know I'm a real estate agent, I can help. Oh, Kelly too. We can team up. We can find you some
What
land.
up?
We need dirt.
Yeah, we can find you some dirt.
Yeah.
And see how much it's going to be for one of those barns. I think that's an excellent idea, because the women that come into my building, they need help. And the system, excuse my language, but the system is fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
It's so hard for a woman to get help. I've seen it with my niece. Like, she's a stay-at-home mom. And when we went into the lawyer, for help and everything, he's all like, sorry, if you don't have $3,000, you don't have your retaining fee, I can't help you. And so when I told him, I says, you know what, I think this is messed up. Here's a mom trying to get away from guys like that and everything, and nobody wants to help them. Yeah. And I told him about Passionate Wings, and he like put his hand on his throat and said, wait a minute. And I looked up at him, he's just crying. And he said, you know what, you're absolutely right. You know how many women I have to turn away because they don't have the money, the retaining fee. Yeah. So with this system, it needs to be easier for women and that to get help.